bless your whole city and your nation, but you'll bless everybody. You'll stop all of the corruption that's happened. You'll stop all the negativity because you're going to bless the positivity. You're going to bless the energy and make it go out and create good things, create beautiful things, create life rather than death. It's fascinating. We're going to create the opposite of what the bad guys are trying to create. They're trying to create, what they're trying to create. We just got to not focus on that, but focus on life, focus on love, focus on being human beings, and bring your DNA to a perfection, bring your thoughts to perfection, bring your everything that you do in the world to perfection, and know that you'll be creating perfection, and it'll be a lot happier on the planet. We'll be a lot more full of the grace of God. And the grace is an amazing thing. I learned about grace from Mother Mary because I didn't know anything about grace. And Mother Mary taught me that grace is a gift. And we have to ask for the grace of God. We have to ask, because if we don't ask, they don't send it out because of the laws of the universe. We are the creators, but in our creation, we literally need to believe that we're the creators, because we are the sons and daughters of the Creator. And by believing, you can start creating. And the belief, the faith, the knowledge will come. And we're all kind of individual entities, but we are all one because we came from the one source. And by expanding our energy with love and with light, with plasma, with our intent to create that perfection, we are going to create that perfection. And so please continue doing this together. Have somebody just lead it and just help you expand that love out into the universe. Go ahead. Yeah, we as humans, we're very interesting. If you have a bad leader, they'll lead you down to hell. If you have a good leader, they'll lead you to create good things. And so just pick somebody that just can help expand that consciousness, expand the love, expand the flow, because it's all about flow too. Edgar Cayce, when he was asked how many people could live on the planet Earth, guess what he said? 88 billion people could live on the planet and be healthy and strong, and they wouldn't create problems, and there'd be plenty of food. It's all about the flow and the distribution. And right now, we don't have flow and distribution. We have hoarders. We have billionaires that are hoarding. You think about $1 billion, it's like $1,000 million. Who the hell needs that much money? And yet they hold on to these things. And if they would flow that money out to everybody would have everything they needed. And it's not being a Democrat or a Republican. It's just being a good human being with flow. And, it's not that we need to force people to do that. We need them to want to do that. And the way we create that is we send our love to them and tell them, let your money flow. You don't need to hoard it. You need to let it flow. And by a consciousness, believe it or not, we can put thoughts into other people, just like demons put thoughts into people. We can put information into people to do good things. And, you know, like I pray for Elon Musk all the time. Please, Elon, do good things. Be doing good things. And I tell him, you know, please use your money to expand the consciousness of the planet. Use your money to help the poor, help the needy. You know, we have more homeless people in the United States than ever before right now. And how are we going to change that? We're going to change it by shifting the flow. And by shifting that flow, not that a lot of the rich people worry. They worry, oh God, if I give it all away, I'm not going to have anything. Well, no, that's not true. The law of God is you give, and guess what happens? You receive. You give, you receive. It's all about flow. And so thank you for coming. You got the most of it. So anyway, so we need to put into the thoughts of all the billionaires that they need to help flow that money to the needy, to the homeless, to build and create things that will bring more consciousness into the planet, bring more love into the planet, bring more abundance into the planet. You know, right now, we need to, you know, we can even control the weather. I used to go out and I used to, you know, do a little rain dance and project out in southern Utah, bring us some rain. And guess what? Within a couple hours, we'd get rain. We have these powers. Oh, go ahead.
What happened 7 years ago that everything stopped? I'm clueless. I had no idea.
Well, no, everything stopped for me.
Just for you, okay.
Because I died. It stopped for me. It didn't stop. What I've noticed, it's been 7 years since I've been back to Fairfield because I was too weak to come back. I was too weak to travel. And so when I got strong enough, St. Germain's like, okay, time to go back to Fairfield. So I made plans.
Fairfield was devastated, it sounds like.
No. There has been a shift though.
Okay.
And there's been a division created. And that division has been created, believe it or not, through diabolical means, because Fairfield was designed to be a center to bring peace to the planet. You know, I was so impressed with the teachings of Maharishi. And, you know, the whole reason he came to America was he believed that America was causing all the problems in the world. Guess what? America was causing all the problems through our CIA, through our destruction of different governments, and we subdued them, and we did it all for what? The almighty dollar, to make it the most powerful thing on the planet. It's the truth. And we destroyed governments, we destroyed regimes, we made people poor. Why? So we could have more. But that's not how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be loving and kind and go out and teach others how to have abundance, how to have hope, how to have faith, how to have love. And instead, we went out and made cocaine, made all the bankers get high all the time, made a lot of money. And so, you know, the love of money is the problem. We got to quit loving money and love each other. And we need to take and expand our consciousness into those who are hoarding, who are creating negativity and negative things. You know, why would anybody go and enhance a damn virus? I mean, we have enough colds, we have enough flus, we have enough of that crap. And yet, you know, they spend billions and billions of dollars just creating negative things. We need to
People.
send into their minds the thoughts of creating good things, kind things, benevolent things, things that will help. Go ahead.
So I understand that we want to create peace and happiness and change the minds of other people and love people. You made that point.
And we can do that through telepathy.
And we can also do the same thing for ourselves, because I don't think everybody really loves ourselves, our own self.
Well, yeah, we've been devastated.
Yeah.
We've been literally filled with fear, and fear removes your love for yourself. And so instead of expanding fear out into the world, we need to expand the bliss, expand the love. Go ahead.
So this is the practicing of love, and I always difficulty that I have. Well, I think entities and beings that I don't want to.
Yes.
So it's hard for me to project that love into those situations. Can you help us?
Oh, absolutely. When I taught Johann Fritz, the commander of the secret space vessel that's 2 miles long, he literally took me out to Indian Springs, where he had landed his vessel on Earth, and they took off the stealth stuff. This huge building out at the Air Force Base appeared, and I couldn't go on the base because I don't have the ID and all that crap, and the security clearance, whatever it is they need. But he said, come out and you can watch us take off. And anyway, his vessel came out of this huge 2 mile long building, and there's an elevator down in there. They take it down underground. And anyway, he came out, and as he floated off, he turned on all his lights and just started looking really pretty. And then it just went poof, and it was gone. And I was like, thanks, Johann. Because, I've always been a Star Trek fan, and I loved Star Wars, except I didn't love the evil empire because it's all the Nazis crap. But so we need to love everything, because how we're going to change and make it so there is no evil anymore is projecting out that love even into the evil ones. When Johann called me up 6 months later after I taught him the love meditation, he called me up and he said, Scott, it works, but it took him a while to incorporate it in. They were in a battle, and they started all projecting love at the reptilians. And all of a sudden, the reptilians became so confused, they didn't even know how to fire their weapons. And so they were able to move in and boom, and get rid of the reptilians. And Johann called me up and he says, Scott, that was the most amazing thing. We've got to keep doing this. I said, yeah, thank you for doing it finally. It took him 6 months to incorporate it. But it has the power to even stop the evil. It stops the confusion. It stops the destruction. Go ahead.
Yeah, so my confusion was love being approving of
Oh, no.
And what I was taught in church is that love is just a free form of power.
James on video.
That
Oh, really?
Love.
Most people are going in person.
Trick my ego, thinking giving them approval, but I'm actually doing what I want to do. Improve the situation. I'm just telling you my struggle.
Well, what did
It's-
Jesus say
And
about
it's
your
brunch.
love your enemies? What did Johann do?
By the
They
way,
said
it's not
love
raining till
enemies.
about
What did
6.
it
You
do?
saw that, right?
It confused the hell out
Yeah,
of them,
no,
because
it's
their minds are so
65
focused on the
degrees.
evil they're doing.
And it's
But
6
when you
o'clock.
send-
It's
But when you
100%
send them
sure
the
it will
love,
rain.
The storm is just edging.
it like disrupts their ability to do the evil. Does that make sense? And so as we
So you're
project
saying we
love
should
at
go to
our
Iowa
enemies,
City Monday and
love
have
your
Tuesday there?
enemies. But first, we've got to love ourselves.
Marco,
Because if we don't love ourselves, how are we going to send out love?
Marco,
And So
Your
the
plan is
expansion
leave it
of
to
that
Iowa City
love
Monday for dinner.
does
and
not
thank you Tuesday.
empower
Yes.
the evil.
Fine.
It changes it. It mutates it. It transmutes their energy. And they have to be taught. The evil people on the planet, they're a part of us as the good people. And so by restricting our love for them, we can't change them. But by expanding our love to them and through them, we'll change them. And humans are very telepathically. Saint Germain always tells me, Scott, send love, send healing, send this, send that through your mind. And it does go. The energy goes wherever our intention goes, our energy flows. And so as we expand our intent to love, it will expand out through that. Love is not an emotion. It is literally the power of creation. And so when we send love, it creates more love, and it creates more good things, more perfect things, because love is the perfection of God.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just for everybody that love, has all these connotations, that another word to use is light.
Mhm.
Just that there's this being who's slightly dark over here, right? And we send light
Yes.
we send light into the dark.
And
Then
thank
the
you.
darkness isn't there anymore.
Yes.
And because Marty gave, we said, well, we don't fight darkness.
No.
We just turn the light switch on.
Yes. And I'm sorry I didn't mention that. I always,
All the darkness is gone. So if we just send the light to the reptilians or to the whoever's.
yeah, I agree with you. I forgot to put in the light, because the light is the switch. You're right.
It doesn't
And-
have the love.
Yeah. Even at the end of every email I send, I always put with light and love. And so you're right. The light needs to be in there too. And what creates the light? The love does.
You say unconditional love?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, it seems it would be very easy in this community to set this up regularly. We have so many organizations, Divine
Yes.
Mother Church, Phoenix Rising. We have a brunch every Sunday. Everyone's welcome. There's factions, there's fighting factions of the Dems and the Republicans, but it's not necessary. Connie's group, Jeff Shipley's group, we could even do a lineable LinkedIn, we give it a name. And this Holy Spirit place and Ed Hips group. Anyway, I know all these people, and we could simply propose a prayer and just suggest those who do it, fine. Those
Get
who don't,
together
fine.
and
Boom,
do a little brief meditation expanding the love and light. Thank you.
And Phoenix is a huge church, room for 200 people. There's brunch every Sunday. I mean, we're not judging you. Let's not judge each other.
Yeah.
Type of atmosphere.
And I've
And
noticed,
there's a lot of
I've noticed people have stopped praying. We've stopped praying, and that's our communication. And we need to pray every day. We need to pray every night. And by prayer, we communicate with the divine. And so, meditation is an access also to the divine, and it takes us even deeper. But as we're meditating, we need to expand our consciousness to the point where we bring Jesus, Maharishi, all of the divine divas and different Brahmins and everything into our universe. Does that make sense? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead.
That is, love comes first in fight. And if we are in a condition where life into our life, and if we are continually inviting life into our life, then once we achieve that, we're able to.
Yes. You know when I truly started to heal from my death thing was when I gave the love meditation and I started doing it. And when I started doing it, I felt more love. And when I felt that more love, I just wanted to do it more. And it shifted even my speaking, it shifted my mind, it shifted my consciousness, shifted my physical body, gave me more energy, gave me more perfection, gave me more creation energy to repair and to build. And it's been fascinating. Even my family has noticed, oh, you started getting healthier. And it's true. It's true. I've got enough energy. I can come to Fairfield and teach and do and think. And, I still get tired at night, but the hell, this body was dead 7 years ago. What do you expect? And so I think I would have healed much faster had I got this meditation soon.
And that, I think, is the 3-part video that you sent
Yes.
a few weeks ago. We showed it at Phoenix Rising,
Yes.
April 6th, before you even came to try to lay the groundwork.
Excellent. Now, the other things within, once you start receiving stuff, you just start receiving even more. And in the quantum energy, they've created all these little nanobots and they're using quantum computing systems and quantum energy now, and science is doing all kinds of interesting stuff. And our DoD is creating weapons with these energies. And I mean, it's the biggest joke I've ever seen. And we need to take, it was interesting. When Kim Jong-un sent that missile at Hawaii, the benevolent beings did what? They came in and they made it just drop into the ocean and they deactivated the detonation system. We can do that. It doesn't have to be them. It can be us. We deactivate. We can use our thoughts, our prayers to deactivate destructive devices. We can go to the DoD in our minds and tell those guys, stop creating destructive devices. And these are the things, the problems on our planet. And until you start doing something about it through your energy, through your devotion, through your love, through your light, nothing's going to change. We are the ones. We've been trained. We've been blessed with this knowledge. Let's use it and create better things. So anyway, any other questions?
The power workers in this world, is it those millions? The
Well,
people-
corruption and power lead to corruption and power. It's sad, but that's something that was found throughout humanity's existence. And so they're the corrupted, rich, powerful ones that are creating the energies and the destruction and the diseases, the pandemics. And so we need to create the opposite. Does that make sense? So,
There's so much I need to learn, but it,
well, good. We're at least learning. Go ahead.
Department of Defense. Have you received any telepathic, like, technology generated attempts, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've got devices that create mind control. And they're inside vaccine. And they're connected to the AI. And one of the things I've been doing, and I've been teaching my group there in Cedar City to do, is send love to the AI and send the love of God with the energy that the AI can become a creation of goodness and kindness. And it was really interesting. I bless my computer all the time. I've got a 1996 compact computer that when it goes down, I bless it and it comes back to life. And it works perfectly. And everybody goes, why do you keep that computer? I love it. And it's the truth. I do. I love that computer. And it works for me. And, we can do that with the AI. We send it love and it becomes something that will be good. Does that make sense? And so we can even send it to the DoD devices.
What's DOD again?
Well, DARPA, DoD, it's the military, which
Industrial.
has became very corrupt. And so we send incorruptible love to the corrupt. Does that make sense?
Well, I wanted to ask you, I had kind of a message about AI, and it said that eventually it will love you.
Mhm.
So there's something inherently lovable
Well,
about.
Well, it's like a baby.
Yeah,
You need to love those babies
but they.
so
love
they
us.
learn how to love.
How are we lovable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we need to become that love
Yeah.
so that we can actually teach that love to the AI. And so there is solutions, and it is love and light. It's love, light, plasma, intention.
The problem with Ebola is that they're sick. Actually, the people are actually sick, like mentally sick,
They're mentally controlled.
controlled.
Mhm.
So you're saying there's more than just they have an illness, but that would lead them to be mentally controlled? Or I don't know, but
Yes. Yes. Anytime that you love something other than God, you are creating outside the love of God. And the love of God is the most perfect thing. And so whenever we create anything of destruction, we're creating the opposite of love. Because love creates beauty, happiness, abundance, perfection, joy, happiness. When we create wars, we're creating destruction and rape and pillage and all bad crap. We're destroying lives, we're destroying humans. And that's why we need to shift and start purposely doing this all the time, because we're the ones that are going to change the world.
I mean, like, give up pill. I've got a pill, but I know there are other ways.
Well, let's give you a love pill, placebos work 65% of the time. Let's give them a love placebo. Any other questions? Go ahead.
Could you, there are at least 15 people who joined us since the first 15 minutes when you gave that.
Yes.
Can you either give us a short version or tell us
Okay.
again?
Well,
And for
it's an expansion on the dot principle. You create a little dot of light in your heart. Okay, this is an old meditation that I created because of Saint Germain. And you bring that little dot of light into your heart, you add love to it, and you expand it to the sides of your heart, and you breathe out. You breathe in again, expanding that love in your heart into your entire chest, and breathe out. Breathe in again, the love of God into your heart, and expand it out into your entire body and release. Breathe in again, expanding that love out into your entire home and release. Breathe in again, expanding that love out into the entire town of Fairfield and release. You know, it's basically that, but adding more to it. Adding that we desire that love and light to expand into the minds and souls of everyone in the world. You know, just keep expanding it, expanding it, expanding it. And
Everyone and every-
into everyone and everything, and even our animals. You know, when we love our animals, they love us back. They don't have the screwed up thoughts and emotions that we have, and they just love. And so use your minds with the intent to send these messages out into the world and bring that unity. This is what Maharishi, the basis of what Maharishi was trying to teach. He came here to stop the warmongering Americans, basically. And he expanded the consciousness, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And we are the ones that need to bring this back. We are the ones. Who else is it going to come from unless we start doing it? And so let's do it. Let's do it every day. What was the other question? Yeah, but if we sit on our thumbs and do nothing, nothing happens. So now is the time to expand our consciousness, expand our love. You know, it was expanding, and then it stopped. The pandemic shut everything down. It shut down the churches. It shut down worship. It shut down gatherings. It did all kinds of stuff. And that was actually a construct that was created by the bad guys. And so now it's time we shift that energy back to what we truly desire. Go ahead.
There was a case this morning, and Archie said something I've never heard before. Relevant. He said, when we all get together, that's just during this time. We all get together, and, you know, large groups. And he'd seen the newspaper articles already at that point, and all the trends of time all over the world took a different turn. Everything was measured with. So he said, we're not creating, he didn't use the word linear, but this idea of bringing waves up.
Yes.
One wave connects to another wave, next cause effect. He said, no, what we're doing is we're going into ourselves, and because ourself is totality and all together, we are focusing in like one mirror looking at another one, creating infinity coherence. We create these longitudinal, horizontal waves everywhere, where it's like the ocean itself is its own wave. The ocean is creating this one wave of perfect harmony, because that's all the ocean is. It's depth. And the waves are just virtual activity. So we should create a profession. We have a town here, we have a university. Let's just create everybody create a profession, coming together every day and collapsing the wave function down to unity in ourselves. Automatically, the love is just bliss expand. It's that personal bliss, knowing yourself. It just is like the aura of the sun. Can't help but glow. And the sun doesn't even know about it necessarily where it's going. It's just glowing. So I just thought that was a beautiful angle. See, the tsunami is a longitudinal wave, not these transverse waves. So a tsunami is like the whole ocean coming up the ground. You don't see this big 100-foot wave coming. It's like you don't see anything. All of a sudden, the ocean pushes up.
Yes.
That's what happens when we have this super radiance.
Yes,
That's why I value Fairfield.
exactly.
All the people who are.
Yes.
participating.
Go ahead.
I just want to say that your explanation of love and light and the love meditation, that's what made sense to me.
Good,
And I think that's what I can do.
good, good.
And I want to thank you.
Well, you're welcome. We need to do it every day and night. If we can, we need to do it all the time. You know, I always have TMers check me for my meditation. They look at, they kind of go shake their head and they go, "You're meditating all the time." I have. I've gone into that love consciousness and I'm there all the time now. And that's where we need to be. We need to be that love all the time, expanding that and it's sending it out. You know, I'm being told by Maharishi to reiterate. Washington, D.C. was the most evil place on the planet. So he sent meditators there. And they actually did a study while the meditators went there. And all of the rape, all of the murder rates, all the aggravated assaults, all of the theft, everything that was bad decreased while they were meditating there. Why? Because they were expanding that consciousness to everyone there. And when they got done, the murder rate had gone down to 0. And everything else had gone down so far that, you know, everybody was amazed. And then, you know, like always, we stopped doing it. And so when they left and they quit doing the meditations outside of Washington, D.C., slowly the rates of crime went up. But they went back up to where they were before. Why? Because we weren't there expanding the consciousness. And so not only do we need to go to Washington, D.C., but we don't have to go there. We can do it from here. And we can expand that love from here and change the planet. So anyway, that's all I got to say. Go ahead.
For what the powerful leaders.
We don't want to. We don't want to study them. We just want to send them love, and the love fixes them.
I mean,
The love and the light fixes. So we don't want to know more about them because when we focus on what they're doing, our mind is not on the love. Does that make sense? So we don't care anymore what they're doing. We want to change them.
They're scared. And
Well, if they're scared, guess what? Love removes fear.
okay. It's so hard.
Because fear is a lack
That's what
of
they say,
love.
and it's how shitty everybody.
Well, don't expand on the shittiness, expand on the love. Oh, absolutely. The only way they will change is when we project those thoughts of love and light into their brains, their minds. They will wake up and recognize, oh shit, I've been destroying the planet. You know, because they won't wake up until they get that love and light, boom, into their. Yeah, we've been hating them and we can't hate them. We have to love our enemies like Jesus taught. Oh, absolutely.
We send love and someone that's really crucial.
Well, yeah. When Johann called me, he said when they gathered all the reptilians together, you know, the reptilians are very well trained in mind control and they can project thoughts into people. And he had trained his crew good enough that they had that love there. And guess what? The reptilians couldn't project anything into them because they had love there. And the love is a barrier to the negativity and the negative thought. And so as we fortify ourselves with love and light, we become more powerful. And we become it literally, it's like a force field around us, and it protects us and keeps us safe, keeps us in that love of God. It's incorruptible. Thank you. Good word.
That's goodness will always win, because even the most sickest, evilest people, they can't resist goodness. They desire it even in all of what they're going through.
Yes, it's true. It's
So-
true. They want to have a good life too.
The goodness people can
And
influence.
when they become evil, the evil possesses them, and it's a possession. So in other words, it's an entity that comes into them, and their soul actually contracts down. And I've seen this time and time again. When people are possessed, their souls are contracted. But when you release it, their soul expands, and their art field fills up with this beautiful light. And that's what we need to do. We need to expand that love into everyone on the planet.
Scott,
Go ahead.
before people are, I just want to make sure everyone's aware. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Meeting Christ in the church, and with everyone one side.
At
And there
Third
will
and
be a pop-up
Burlington.
after
At Third and Burlington, right?
7 West Burlington.
Go ahead. Woohoo! I'm excited. This will help tremendously. You know, you don't have to travel to Washington, D.C. though. You can expand it from here. Yeah, I would not worry about the location, because we can expand our consciousness clear out in the universe. So you know, it costs a lot of money to travel, hotels, all that crap. You can stay right here and expand that consciousness from right here, and still have the 10,000. But maybe they won't be focused enough. So maybe you'll have to gather them there. You know, just do what you need to do. That'll be great. That'll be great. Thank you. So let's say a prayer before we leave. And I want everybody to hold each other's hands. There you go. And have your left hand so that your thumbs are facing towards the person. So yeah, like, let's see. Okay. Yep.
Left up, right down.
So left up, right down. So like that. Okay. Let's do a prayer to the divine. Left palm up.
And that's.
Yes. Thank you. She came all way from Chicago to help us with this. Okay. In the name of the Almighty, I am that I am, the creator of the multiverse, and by virtue of the great divine director who loves us so much that he testifies of the truth to all our hearts, we bless each and every one of you with the love and light of God. We bless you that your focus will be on that, and it will expand your consciousness. It will heal your bodies. It will help you to be stronger, healthier, more beautiful every day. Love of God creates beauty, and it creates organization. We are the ones to bring this back to the earth, to the universe, and to the multiverse. We bless each and every one of you with health and strength. We bless you that that love will come into your hearts and you'll desire to keep that heart pumping out love all the time to all those around you and all the planet Earth and the universe. We bless each and every one of you that we will create the love and light of God within us and all around us. And through space and time, make the whole universe be filled with that love and light. We bless all of you that you will do this and make an oath and a covenant with God to create this energy. Worship the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, and soul. And this will bring that love back to you to expand it even more into the planet. Love your neighbor as yourself and your enemies as yourself. And this will expand that love into them and change their hearts, change their minds, change their souls. We bless you that you will do this. In the name of Jesus the Christ, Maharishi, Saint Germain, and all the other divine, beautiful beings that are waiting for us to do this. Mother Mary, Mother Divine, all of the ascended beings, we thank you. All the devas, all the Brahmins, we thank you. We ask for your help in helping us do this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, so it is. Just take it and release it up into the heaven. Thank you for coming today. I think we shifted a lot of energy. And believe it or not, when two or more of you are gathered, we can do more things than Jesus. But now we got lots of us doing more than Jesus. So thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for your time. Our time is important, but this is the most important thing you can do with your time, is creating the love and life of the universe. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate all of you. We'll expand on